Introducing touch-free payments from PayPal, a safe way for your customers to pay. Simply download the PayPal app and display your own unique QR code for your customers to scan. Whether you're a market seller,
I'll take 2 tomatoes and a cucumber.
Poodle pamperer, piano tuner, or plumber. Signing up to accept touch-free payments for your business is easy. Touch-free QR code payments. Not applicable to PayPal Here transactions. Other fees may apply. Shop safe with PayPal.
And we dance the NCAA Tournament news and notes for Sunday, March the 22nd, brought to you by OffshoreInsiders.com. Joe Duffy's picks 5-1 in college basketball on Saturday. All but one were in the big dance, but it doesn't matter. NBA, college basketball, CIT, CBI, NIT, we just win over the long run. Joe Duffy's picks has at least 3 NCAA tournament winners for today, a side and 2 totals. We say at least because we could add some late steam. Plus, we've got a humongous NBA card. Just visit OffshoreInsiders.com for the winningest, most successful handicapper of all time, Joe Duffy's picks at OffshoreInsiders.com. West Virginia and Maryland. Maryland has the luck there, the luckiest team in the country, according to Ken Palm. 16 wins by single digits, 12 by 6 or less. Now, though they've covered 6 of 7, each of those last 5 covers were by 4 or fewer. In fact, just to give you an idea, one game below 500 their last 15, where it counts at 7 and 8, but fairly significant minus 1.9 margin of cover, or as some call it, the sweat barometer. So they have been quite fortunate this year. Wisconsin and Oregon. Well, guess who is the second luckiest team in the country out of 351, according to the Ken Palm luck factor? That would be Oregon. They've got 8 wins by 4 or less, 13 by 8 or less, but it's paid off with 8 wins against the spread in their last 9. All 8 by 4 or more, 5 by 8.5 or more. Wisconsin, the top adjusted offensive efficiency in the country. They're getting 125.3 points per 100 possessions. Oregon, pretty good too. They're 15th at 113.7. Michigan State and Virginia. Virginia, the second best defensive efficiency, allowing 86.1 points per 100 possessions. Michigan State is 48th at 95.6. However, the Spartans 16th in offensive efficiency at 113.7. While Virginia 24th at 112.1. That is, again, on offense points per 100 possessions or on defense points allowed per 100 possessions. Virginia is 5-10 against the spread after a 12-4 start. MSU been a pretty big public bet so far, early anyway, but we're going to take a look at the public trends in just a moment. We'll also take a look at some ATS trends. Northern Iowa and Louisville. Northern Iowa, 129th strength of schedule. Louisville comes in at 32nd in the country as far as strength of schedule is concerned. Cardinals, number 6 defensive efficiency, allowing 89.7 points per 100 possessions. Northern Iowa at 19th at 93.3. Northern Iowa among the top teams against the spread, 20-9 for the year at plus 3 points per game. Cards are 2-7. Their last 9, remember, all records against the spread unless we otherwise note. Frankly, nothing super overwhelming as far as public consensus plays on the side. There are a couple on the totals, but Michigan State getting 62% of the bets as far as people who placed a bet on the spread. Maryland at 72% is the biggest public bet as far as the sides are concerned from the NCAA tournament. Michigan State over with Virginia at 84%. Also, Wichita State over with Kansas, 73%. And Oregon and Wisconsin to go over the total are 76%. Also, Northern Iowa and Louisville, 79% like the over. But the biggest, and obviously the public loving the over today, the biggest consensus play of the entire day, Iowa and Gonzaga to go over the total. 82% of the people have placed a bet on the total in that game, like the game to go over the total. Visit OffshoreInsiders.com, the homepage. Click on that sportsbook, fantasy sports link at the top of the page where you can keep track of good stuff like that. Now here are some spread betting trends. All records are against the spread, Michigan State and Virginia. Michigan State 3-8 on neutral courts. Virginia 30-13 against teams with a winning record. San Diego State and Duke. The Aztecs 2-6 following an ATS win, but they've covered 7 of 9 on neutral sites. Duke 3-7 following a spread win. It is Dayton and Oklahoma. Flyers 5-1 in the NCAA Tournament, 17-7 on neutral courts. However, Oklahoma 1-8 overall run. Iowa versus Gonzaga. The Hawkeyes 6-1 overall, but 1-6 on neutral courts. Gonzaga 25-10 following a spread loss. Again, all these records are against the spread. Oregon versus Wisconsin. Oregon 8-1 overall, 39-13 following a spread win. Meanwhile, the Badgers are 19-6 overall and 12-4 on neutral courts. West Virginia and Maryland. West Virginia 14-5 in the NCAA Tournament. Maryland 3-7 in NCAA Tournament contests. San Diego State and Duke. Duke is 3-7-1 following a spread win. Northern Iowa against Louisville. Northern Iowa 17-6 overall, 21-8 on neutral courts. Louisville 1-8 outside the conference, 2-7 overall. Oh, baby, Stevie Vincent completely swept the board yesterday. Perfect 4-0. Today is a historic portfolio. Got news for you. It's actually even better if you bet NBA. He's got a couple of NCAA tournament winners, but the pro basketball card is humongous. Please visit offshoreinsiders.com for all the details. www.offshoreinsiders.com.
Fast Wi-Fi. You use it to connect just about everything, which means having really fast Wi-Fi matters. A lot. That's why Xfinity is breaking the gig barrier and delivering Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig. It's more than enough speed to power every device in the house. Can your internet do that? Introducing Gig Wi-Fi. New from Xfinity. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store to learn more. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed.